You're listening to the Bearded Theologians podcast hosted by Zach Bechtold and Matt Franks. If you'd like to find out more about the Bearded Theologians, you can go online at beardedtheologians.com, where you'll find all of our past podcasts and other blog posts that we have up, along with some other items that you can purchase to help support the Beardcast. So we hope you enjoy listening to this week's show. So you're listening to the Bearded Theologians podcast hosted by Matt Franks
and Zach Bechtold.
So this week, we wanted to celebrate Christmas, and so the best way that we thought about doing that would be to talk about our favorite Christmas songs. And so we decided we'd do one hymn, obviously, for obvious purposes, because this is a Christian podcast, and we probably should talk about at least one hymn, maybe, and then one semi-secular song, or there may be just two hymns that we really just love. And so, Zach, as you think about those two things, what kind of stirs up in your soul?
You know, when I think of Christmas, and I think, I don't know, I just love Christmas music. I'm so happy that when Halloween is over, radio stations begin to play Christmas music now, or just holiday music in general. It makes me happy. Living up north where it gets cold at the appropriate seasons, it just sets the tone for Christmas, and really just kind of begins that Advent season. And I don't know that you can begin to prepare your hearts, minds, and souls for Jesus too soon. So I get really, really, really excited. And when I think about just the music that I really, really enjoy hearing, and think about the music that I wish I would just play it, we could play it every Sunday through this season. The hymn that comes to mind is "Hark the Herald Angels Sing." Love that hymn. Just it's a joyful hymn, and I think that's what I love so much about Christmas music, is even the slower songs, even the ballads, those things, they're just full of joy and hope. And "Hark the Herald," man, it gets me going. I enjoy the heck out of that song, and it's got it just teaches well, and just makes me happy to sing this song. And so I love the way that we sing it in church with organ and piano. I love the way Rain Collective sings it. I love the way Michael Bublé sings. I don't know if Michael Bublé sings it, but I just want to sing.
Probably does. But when you were saying it, I was thinking of the Peanuts.
Oh yeah. But it's a classic song. I mean, it's just good stuff. So that's what's your favorite hymn or song? Where do you want to start?
I'm torn. There are two that are my favorite, and it's kind of funny because they bookend each other in a sense of season. If I had to hear one song every Sunday, it would be "Come Thou Long Expected Jesus," that great Charles Wesley hymn. I love it. It speaks to my soul. And it started a few years ago when we sang it in church one Sunday, and I just fell in love with it. And every year I have to sing it in some way, shape, or form, unless I screw it up like I did last Sunday, and I misput it in the computer as come thou fount of every blessing. And it confuses my congregation. Why are we hearing "Come Thou Long Expected Jesus" music with "Come Thou Fount" music, or with "Come Thou Fount" on the screen? It adds for an interesting conversation afterwards. But the thing for me is that it bookends my other favorite song, and I'll get to that here and after you get to yours. But I just love it, and it's not because it's a Charles Wesley hymn, and I mean it has everything to do with the song. Just speaks to my soul, and it just resonates with my heart so much that and I've heard a lot of good people do it. Like there's a lot of good recordings of it. But there's nothing more special than hearing it with the organ or the piano, and hearing a congregation sing it. It's just so powerful, and it just it gives me all the feels every year.
Absolutely. No, and that's the mark of a good song, right? That you can that people will take the time and the care to do it well. So probably, I don't know. There's a lot of non-hymn songs that I just absolutely love. There are a lot of non-hymn songs that are absolutely terrible. You can check out Matt Rawls' Facebook page and see all of the really bad one. He has a Christmas music bracket going on of the worst Christmas songs. So we won't go into that too much, but I don't know. All I Want for Christmas is not my favorite song, but it's my favorite joke to make at Christmas time when Mariah Carey comes on and she begins to sing, and All she wants for Christmas is me. And I always tell the radio, sorry, Mariah Carey, I'm already taken. You can't have me.
It's kind of like it's like the mark of Christmas, so that you know that it's coming.
It does, right?
So in Oklahoma City, one of the big songs in Oklahoma City that you know it's Christmas is called I can't even think the BC Clark jingle, and it's this stupid catchy jingle that by God, once you get it in your head, you can't get it out. And thank God they don't play it in Northeast Oklahoma. I didn't know it was a thing until I moved into that area. And then everybody, when I first heard that, was like, oh, it's Christmas time. Like, no, that's just a stupid commercial. And they're like, oh, this is sacred. And
Right.
Apparently it is a sacred thing, a sacred cow, that's how people mark Christmas in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of, it's the same thing with All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's not Christmas until we hear that song. And
right.
If Mariah Carey wants me, then I come with a big cost. And I don't think she can afford that. So
I don't think she can. No, I think my favorite Christmas song, though, in general, is just it's White Christmas. It goes with the movie. It goes with that time of the year. There are a handful of Christmas movies that we sit down and watch as a family, or that Michael and I sit down and watch. Meet Me in St. Louis is one, and White Christmas is the other.
Just be honest, you spend the whole season watching Hallmark Christmas movies.
We do. We started in November. Trust me. Netflix did a great job of putting things out. # sponsor, not sponsor. But it's one of those great things, and it just comes with the whole atmosphere. We usually make potato soup. We sit down, we start a fire, we watch these movies, and just have a moment where we relax and just be present with each other. And White Christmas, I enjoy it. It's good stuff.
So if I got forced to say a secular song, I don't know, because there's so many that really come to mind. Christmas in Sarajevo, like that one, especially by Mannheim Steamroller. It just, I remember when the girls were little, I would play that for them when like they were little in the car, and they were just like, play it again, Daddy, play it again. So I'm always kind of tied partially to that one. Mm-hmm. But the other song that, like, for me, that's Christmas, it's Come Thou Long Expected Jesus, but then the other one is Silent Night. And for those of you that don't know, this is actually the 200th anniversary of Silent Night, the year to celebrate of it. And if you don't know the backstory of it, it's a great backstory to how the hymn kind of was produced and how it came to light. And I would encourage you to go and check it out, because they have the people that put this together. They have this really great website where they sing Silent Night in the place that it originally was the first time it was done. And it's a great story. It's not like a tearjerker story, but it's just a great story.
It's no It Is Well With Your Soul,
right? It's no It Is Well With Your Soul story, but it's like it just, I don't know, but there's something to it for me that when I don't know how everybody does their Christmas Eve service. I only know the way that I do it, but like there's nothing more special to me that when we've done communion and we're standing there right after communion and with everybody and passing the light and seeing the congregation just like with light. It's just it's all the feels.
It is all the feels. And you're right. It's one of those things that we as pastors, we get to stand up front and watch that light go, and watch this dark room begin to light up. And there's just so much there. Do you guys on the last verse raise your candle?
Some people do, some people don't, because of safety reasons,
sure.
Safety things, and I get that. Like
I say throw safety out the window and light that on fire. I mean, just get it out there.
You haven't. Have you ever been in a church that's 100% wood and just watching people like,
yes,
like, dear God, don't drop your light, because this place would just go up in smoke. Like
Michael lit her bulletin on fire in my old church last year. So yeah, been there.
I bet she lit your country music board on fire too.
She did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The whole season, this is one of the one times I'm not as non-traditional than I am in this season. And I love the hymns.
Oh yeah.
But I'm very Adventy. and I really like my Advent hymns, and then the 12 Days of Christmas by God, those 1 or 2 Sundays, depending on when Christmas falls, that we get the real Christmas hymns. Like, I'm looking forward to January 6th when we sing We Three Kings. I'm looking forward to that season. And I don't know, I love this time of year. I think the if you do the music right, you can really make a difference in people's lives. And so we want to encourage you to share with us your favorite songs. You can share with us your favorite songs or your least favorite songs as you're driving or flying anywhere and you're listening to this podcast. And Christmas is just a few days away. We want to encourage you to share those with us, and so we can see, or go on Matt Rawls' Facebook page or Twitter account and have dialogue about what he thinks is the worst, and you'll be surprised at what has made it through and what didn't. And if that's okay, we can be here to grief counsel you in that.
That's right.
And so go on our website. We're hoping in the new year that we have a lot of great content. We have some really great guests coming on in the future. We're really excited to talk about that, and you'll hear those as we come across those. We're thankful for you and our listeners. We're about to enter in our 4th year. It's hard to believe that this started as a late night Xbox binge joke kind of thing with a simple text message saying, "Hey, Bearded Theologians website is up." And then it started with a couple of podcasts every so often. And now we try to podcast every week. And we're just thankful for you, the listeners. But we do this really for us and to have what holy conversations we can have in a safe digital space to show people what it can look like for 2 people to get together at great distance to talk theologically, even if we agree or disagree about whatever topic it may be. And so go on our website, check out things, buy things, share us with your friends and your family. And if anything, just on your smart device, just have us play us as your podcast when your family's over and they're in a fight, and just say, "Hey, shut up, I'm listening to this," or don't, whatever. So for the Bearded Theologians, I'm Matt Franks.
I'm Zach Bechtold, and that was a weird ending. Merry Christmas!
We hope you've enjoyed the conversations that we've had today on the Bearded Theologians Beardcast, and we'd encourage you to continue those conversations online at beardedtheologians.com or on our Facebook page. We also hope that you pick up a couple of coffee mugs to satisfy your coffee mug collection. Have a good day.